All right, so you're coming to Olympia and going to visit the Capitol. Perhaps you're coming to provide testimony on a bill that's in a particular committee. Or maybe you're coming to visit with a legislator, take part in advocacy efforts, or a special event along with Washington Farm Bureau. So, you've turned off the highway. You see the Capitol Dome and you're about to turn in. Then what? What are you to expect? Have no fear. Tag along as we meet up with President Mosby and Vice President Kuhn and hopefully give you an idea of what to expect. First, when the legislature is in session, it's always a good idea to give yourself plenty of time for parking. The Capitol campus is a beautiful place, but it can also get quite busy during the legislative session and it might be difficult to find some parking. There are several parking lots on the campus that you can take advantage of. Just look for the visitor parking signs. There's also a good amount of parking to be found on the streets around, but be sure to pay attention to the amount of time allowed, as those time limits are enforced. Also, when you come, bring your walking shoes, because you're likely to do a lot of walking. Why is it that dress shoes are not the most comfortable to walk in? Haha, here are some Washington Farm Bureau members. Okay, here we are in front of the legislative building. That's the one with the big dome, by the way.
Yeah, we're here on the north steps of the Capitol.
Yes.
In Olympia. Farm Bureau comes to the Capitol to work for farmers and ranchers.
All right, let's go inside, shall we? Oh, goody. More walking. Don't worry, there are elevators throughout the campus. With legislators floating around the campus, you never know who you might run into at the Capitol. Now, this isn't how you need to greet every legislator you see, but if that legislator happens to be a friend and fellow Farm Bureau member, so be it. Ah, there it is. That's more my style. Inside the legislative building is very impressive, and the building is open to the public, so look around. There are tours throughout the day if you're interested in taking advantage of that and want to learn more information about this really fun place. The first floor of the legislative building houses several legislative offices and different nooks and crannies throughout the place. The second floor holds the offices of the governor, the Secretary of State, the Lieutenant Governor, and the Treasurer. As we make our way into the center of the building, or the rotunda, you'll see the seal of the state of Washington. That is kind of impressive. All right, moving on up to the third floor. This is where you will find the Senate and the House chambers. This is also where the drama happens. Now, the public is able to watch what happens from the gallery up on the fourth floor. So, we make our way up. Remember, there are elevators all around the campus. They'll get you wherever you need to go. After a friendly smile to the Capitol security, we make our way into the gallery and watch the happenings on the chamber floor.
So this is the Senate gallery where the public is welcome, and you're welcome to come and watch the proceedings of this chamber down below.
It's actually a lot of fun to watch when the legislature is in action. Okay, now that we've explored the legislative building, let's make our way to some other parts of the campus. Here we've met up with a couple of our Washington Farm Bureau Governmental Affairs team. Hey guys, they're here on campus just about every day during the legislative session, advocating for agriculture. To the back of the legislative building, we can make our way toward a couple other office buildings that may be very helpful for you to know about.
So, we're at the Sundial, Bridget, and this is another common spot for Farm Bureau members to
meet up when we're at the Capitol. It's on the south side of the Capitol building, and then flanking the Sundial is the Sherberg building and the O'Brien building. The O'Brien building is where House committees and House committee hearings take place. Those hearings happen on the first floor, and then there are member offices above, and in the Sherberg building is the Senate side, and we have Senate committee hearings there, and also where you would go to meet some of our Senate members.
It's every citizen's right to be part of the process, right? And our taking that right and exercising it and being able to advocate for what we need is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and when you come with Farm Bureau, you're not coming here alone,
no,
right? You're
well
coming
supported.
here. You're coming here with so much support, and we have a unified voice on some of our most important issues. And so it's that individual participation combined with the process and structure and backbone of Farm Bureau that it makes us really effective here in Olympia.
Okay, let's make our way over to the Sherberg building, shall we? Oh, and we shall.
As you walk into one of the office buildings for committee hearings, you will find a screen that shares information about location, meeting rooms where committees will be held, and then there are computers where you'll actually see what looks a lot like the web sign-in if you've been working on testifying remotely these days, but you'll just come in and simply choose the committee that you are want to participate in, and then choose the date and time. It's typically one entry for the day, and then follow the prompts to sign in, so you are ready to go and testify on behalf of an issue or on behalf of Farm Bureau.
Fantastic. All right, we've seen a lot. Are there any final thoughts?
Well, I think it's important to remind everybody that we have a great government relations team, and that there's tremendous value in testifying on issues that impact your farm and ranch, and our government relations team will help you be part of the process. It's great that remote testimony is an option, but there is tremendous value in being here live in person. Those conversations sometimes after you're done testifying, when representatives might have direct questions for you afterwards, like, you can't buy that, right?
We just wanted to make sure that everyone feels comfortable, confident, and knows that we have a great team to come with you, and not to be intimidated by coming over here and joining the Farm Bureau process, advocating for issues that matter to you and your farm, or on our policy agenda.
So we invite you to get involved, speak up and speak out. We will help you be part of that process, and get involved in your local county Farm Bureau. And if you don't have time for that, just at least reach out to us in the office and find out how you can help be part of the future of Washington agriculture. Okay, it's getting crowded,
Yeah.
so we're going to sign off.
Thank you. Thank you for being a part.
Visiting the Capitol is a fun experience, and we are so appreciative to all of the WFB members who make the trek out to Olympia to visit the Capitol and share your experiences, your farm story, the reasons for why you farm, and your perspective on particular issues that impact this industry. If you have any questions, please reach out to the Washington Farm Bureau Governmental Affairs team. We are here to support you, and we want you to be a part of this process and have a great deal of fun and confidence while doing so. Know that your voice and your advocacy has a powerful impact. And we'll see you in Olympia.